Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually inspired by Cassie Thorpe's video. The other day I watched her video on luxury items that she actually loves but would not buy for herself, and I just thought it would be so fun to make my own take on that specific category and on the topic, because I just think it's fun and it's a little bit of a different perspective. Obviously the world of shopping, fashion and having fun with fashion is not just black and white. There aren't only things that we either love or hate. Sometimes, of course, you see something, you absolutely love it, but you just know for various reasons that it's not gonna work out. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Evelyn, and on this small space on the internet, I'm sharing my passion for mindful, smart and well thought out luxury shopping so that you can create the wardrobe of your dreams that contains of only items that you love and that actually bring a value to your life. So if you happen to enjoy what I do over here, please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also consider following me over on my Instagram. So without further ado, let's get started. The first item, and I talked about this item many times, I also showed this item many times over on my Instagram, and that is the Dior Book Tote. The Dior Book Tote is a beautiful bag. Every time I see this bag on someone else, I absolutely love it. I think the idea of having such a chic, cool, everyday tote or shopping or travel bag is just so amazing. I do actually love the oblique monogram by Dior very much. However, this bag at the end of the day is not very practical for what it is. So the idea of the bag is great, however the execution I find to be quite flawed. So there are quite a couple of reasons why I'm not convinced by the Dior Book Tote, and I think I already talked about this in one of my previous videos. I will find it and link it somewhere here. What really bothers me about the Book Tote, first of all, is that it does not have any compartments on the inside. It is literally just the fabric with the oblique monogram sewn into the shape of a bag. You don't have any additional compartments on the inside. There is no lining on the inside. The Book Tote also does not have like longer straps. It only does have these top handles, which are very short. I think I couldn't even wear it like this with this padded t-shirt that I'm wearing today, you know, on my shoulder. And if you take into account that this bag is huge and it is actually meant to hold quite a lot of stuff, how are you supposed to wear all this stuff? Like, it's heavy. I would much rather get myself a Chanel Deauville tote, which I think is the better choice if we take a look at this like whole category of canvas shopping totes. There's another version of the Dior Book Tote that I actually find to be a little bit nicer, and that is the smaller version in the Toile de Jouy pattern. So first of all, the Toile de Jouy pattern is a little bit more playful, it's softer, it's more romantic, it doesn't have this like graphical look to it, which I find a little bit more appealing for myself. It's less branded that way, and also the smaller size is still huge in my opinion. The small size of the Dior Book Tote still holds half of your life basically, and for me personally that would be totally enough and something that I would probably find more practical, you know, when it comes to day-to-day use. The next item on my list is something that actually was on my wish list in one of my previous videos as well, and I honestly have to tell you it's like a 50-50 chance right now if I might actually get them or not, and that is the Bottega Veneta Chelsea boot. What can I say? I love the idea of this boot. I love that it is chunky. I talked about that in my wishlist video. A chunky boot makes your legs super slim. It can be actually quite flattering. However, with these Bottega Chelsea boots, they are so extremely chunky. They are like the queen of the chunky boot. They are the chunkiest of the chunkiest of the chunkiest. And I just don't know if that's too much for me. I'm still trying to figure out how these could fit into my wardrobe. I think they definitely do have potential, you know, when it comes to fitting into my wardrobe, and I would love to play around with these, but for the price, I'm just, you know, really torn in between pulling the trigger, just getting them, getting out of my comfort zone and getting something that is a little bit different and cool and edgy, or if I should just, you know, pass on them. You know, the gray area between looking cool and edgy and looking completely ridiculous is very slim, and I don't know on which of both sides I will end up when I get them. Let's talk a little bit about bags. One design or type of bag that I do actually appreciate design-wise, but I know that I will not get, is the nylon bag by Prada. So there are a couple of like revamped nylon designs by Prada right now. One of them is this one, which is kind of the Prada take on the multi-pochette by Louis Vuitton, I think. And I love these bags. I love how the nylon, at least in the black color, is actually quite sturdy. You can take it out with the rain. It's actually even more forgiving than some leathers when it comes to rainy days. And I also love how sporty and 90s and retro it is. However, deep down in my heart, I know that these bags are just too trendy, too edgy, and too contemporary for my personal style. If you do not know me, I am usually more of a classic kind of person. Yes, I do love a little quirkiness and a little bit of like unique details, but in general, I always am up for a nice classic piece. And of course, if you compare it to a leather bag, price, tag, it's good, but I think it's just too trendy, and therefore I know that it would be something that I would probably wear just a couple of times, just to, you know, get it out there, have it, own it, and then I would probably grow wary of this very, very quickly. Another bag that I absolutely love and that I already do own in one particular style, but I would not get it or not get any more of them, and that is the Chanel Classic Flat Bag, at least in the classic colors. So I actually talked about this in like last year in a video of mine, and there I already stated that I would not get a Chanel Classic flap in the medium or small size, at least not in the timeless colors, which are black and beige. I do already have the black medium flap. I would just not get either the jumbo or another medium or small size in black or beige. And the reason is, first of all, the Chanel Classic flap is, in my opinion, ridiculously overpriced at this point, and I do not think that the quality and the fact that it is iconic do justify this price tag. Actually, for this kind of price tag, for like 6,000 euros or even more, I would rather spend 1k more and go for an MS bag, which actually is the better investment and even more iconic and more luxurious, you know what I mean? So unless the Chanel Classic flap does come in a color, in a seasonal color that absolutely and utterly stuns me, and that, you know, would be absolutely brilliant, perfect, amazing, life-changing for me personally, I will not buy another Chanel Classic flap. Let's talk about jewelry for a moment. I do already own 2 items by Cartier. These are both rings, the Juste un Clou and the classic love ring, and I do love Cartier as a brand. However, I think that the love bracelets by Cartier would be something that I would actually not get, even though I love them. And it's actually funny because I talked about the love bracelets with one of my Instagram friends, Stella. She's also actually on YouTube. I will link her channel down below. Hello Stella, if you're watching this. We were just chatting about the different lines and designs at Cartier, because Cartier actually just quite recently had a price increase. So I think they had a price increase of around £500 in the UK, and in Germany I think we experienced a price increase of around 250 euros depending on the line and on the design. You know, and during those days before the price increase, I was actually playing with the thought of getting a bracelet, a love bracelet right now, because I love it. Something that has been on my wish list for so many years, and it's such a classic, iconic piece, etc, etc, etc. But you know what? I personally came to the conclusion that the love bracelet, the plain gold love bracelet, is just too expensive for me. I just can't justify the price for a plain gold bracelet that I could get for like a fraction of the price by another brand. I mean, I really love the design, but I think at this point I would rather go for maybe a watch by Cartier, or maybe for a necklace or something. Just items that I think I would get maybe more wear out of even, and that really fit my style, but that also have a price tag that I just find kind of justifiable, at least a little bit more. Dropping 6K or like 6.2K for a plain gold bracelet, that would be again, you know, one of those moments where I would say, let's just spend 1K more and get yourself an MS bag. Here we go, MS bag number 2. And last but not least, something that is not a specific product, but more of a whole collection, and that is the new Jacques Muse collection. If you already follow me, you know that I'm a huge fan of Jacques Muse. I love his quirkiness, his modern elegance. I love that his recent fashion show was super diverse when it comes to skin colors and when it comes to body types. And I also totally love his designs. This fall winter collection is beautiful. I love the colors, I love the materials, I love the cuts, the details, but none of these items, when I scroll through like the whole collection, has items that I actually find practical for my normal person's lifestyle. None of these items I can wear in a German fall winter. None of these items would actually be, you know, quite comfortable or anything like that at the home office, and none of these items I could actually wear to work when I'm at the office from time to time. So the only problem with Jacques Muse is that sometimes I feel like he makes collections and designs for Instagram, for influencers and for celebrities, just to, you know, create PR and hype and awareness for his brand. But there are really just a couple of items with every collection that are appropriate for someone like me who just has a very normal and unspectacular life. So that is why probably this fall winter collection will be a miss for me when it comes to Jacques Muse. I mean, Jacques Muse is always on my radar, and I think that when it comes to spring summer, I will probably get my hands on a couple of more items, because I just think that his collections work better when it comes to spring summer season, at least for me personally. And that is it for today's video, guys. Let me know what items you personally absolutely love, but you know that they would be money thrown out of the window if you would actually get them, in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!